What's up, everyone? It is your girl, GELBEAUTY 7 here, aka Grace Honey, and it is time to try out the new Fenty Cosmetica Wizard palette. I finally got my hands on it. I also got a couple of their perfume samples just because, like, I haven't tried any of their perfumes. And a couple of them sounded like they were interested and had, like, notes that I would be interested in. So I went ahead and grabbed some of those. So we're going to try some fragrances today from Fenty Cosmetica in addition to this eyeshadow palette. So, y'all know I love me a nice blue moment. So, needless to say, when I saw this palette, I was going to have to pick it up. Because it was giving, I was living. I love the color story of this. I think this is one of those hollow shadows or whatever. So I'm interested to see if I can incorporate this some way. Maybe I can put it toward the back of the eye, then I can put this in the middle, and I could put like this in the inner corner and this toward the front. Y'all know I love to layer me a nice shimmer, if you will. But let me show the ones I have to compare. I don't have too many to compare. Believe it or not, I only have like 2. I know, right? Who am I? But y'all remember I changed around my blueprint. Aside from the fact blueprint has brown in it, and this seems just to be blue and yellow. So of course I'm gonna start with my Golden State Warriors, the one I told you all is why you didn't necessarily need to pick up this palette. Please keep in mind I did move my Golden State Warriors palette around a little bit, so it's not gonna look exactly the way it used to. I don't remember what it used to look like, so sorry, but this is what they look like side by side. As you can see, it gives yellow, it gives neutral, and it still gives blue, which I feel like this gives more blue with like a hint of yellow and more like blue and purple type vibe. So that's what both of them look like side by side. So none of the palettes I'm going to show you are actually exact to this palette. It's just similar. I'll show the Blue Moon and like Into the Blue in the real, like you see on shorts tomorrow. But lastly, I have Silent Night from Gourmand Girls, which if you all remember, they recently sent me their Nueva Vida palette from Steph's Beauty Stash in their collab. But I love Gourmand Girls palettes, so this is what they look like. How about that? And as you can see, this one was with Doodles by the Bunny. This was their holiday palette. As you can see, this is much more neutral, so expect to see this in the Beauty vs. Colorful series alongside this palette right here, because I definitely feel like they give some similar vibes, and I definitely want to add it to that set. So I'm trying to put that to the side right now, excuse me. But okay, let me zoom in real quick and keep it. I am testing a few new things on my face. So I'm finally testing out the Sephora concealer officially. I have 2 different blushes on I'm trying from 2 different brands. They're like the Squeezy Tube blushes. I have a new Squeezy Tube bronze I'm testing out. And then I have on a lip product I'm testing out. So which side of my lips looks more plump to it, because I'm trying to like those icy plumper lip glosses. And I'm shocked and impressed by both of them. One of them I have for a while, the new one I'm just testing out today. So you can tell me which lip you like better. I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order and come up with some fun look to do. It's probably gonna be all blue, maybe a tinge of yellow, just because the yellow was here and I feel like I should use it. But I mainly focus on the blues because y'all know I live for a blue moment. So I'll be right back, okay, girl? And then we can talk about, matter of fact, no, maybe let's just talk about these perfumes now. Back it on up, girl. Yeah, because I don't know, y'all forget about the perfume, start rambling about the eyeshadow, and then go on to my like other looks and swatch videos or whatever, because I'm doing my Women's Eye swatch video for Tina's palette along with all the other Women's Eye palettes today. So I need to just go ahead and do these fragrances now so I can move into the rest of my palette content, because like I said, I got 4 more videos to do besides this. So I got a sample of the Fighter because since it wasn't one I could spell, I appreciated her having samples. So if I don't like it, I didn't lose out on a whole bunch of money. So it says the top notes are roasted almond, peach blossom, and marshmallow. The heart note is cashmere, caramelized honey, cocoa butter, and jasmine. And then the base note is dark chocolate, musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. So it's definitely sounded like a fragrance that would be down for me. Now, I didn't get the Fighter palette just because y'all know it was quite neutral. So I'll probably get that during the holidays to round out my collection, because I do like the brand and like having everything from the brand. But like it just was one I knew wouldn't get a lot of use for me. So that's why I didn't rush out to get it right away. Let's see what she smells like. I can definitely smell the chocolate. I smell the vanilla and the marshmallow. I don't smell any of the other notes. But maybe when it dries down, I'll smell those notes. So I'm gonna rub this one on my neck. And I'll put it in between one of my elbows just so I can have an area that I can smell it as it's drying down, and then we'll move on to the next one. And then I'll talk about how they smell at the end if I remember. But I want them to kind of dry down more and, you know, see how that works. So yeah, I didn't smell the peach blossom. I did kind of smell some cocoa butter and some caramelized honey, but I mainly smelled like sweet stuff. I didn't smell any of the musk and the sandalwood and all that other stuff that I was supposed to smell. So I'm thinking that I'll smell those once it kind of dries down, if you will. So the other one I'm going to put on my wrist and rub them together so I can smell it. That's why I put the first one where I put it. Plus I feel like I was going to like that one the best because it had, of course, vanilla in it. I don't think the other one has vanilla in it, but let's see. So this one is from the Rogue collection. So Rogue is one of my favorite palettes from them. I like the Rogue, I like the Sorcerer, and then I like the Warlock. So let's read what the notes are in this one. Oh. It says it is cinnamon bark, bergamot, and pepper and grapefruit for the top notes. The heart is lily, lavender, and vetiver. I believe that's how you say it. And then the base note is clove, raw sugar, vanilla, leather, and tobacco. So let's see how I feel about that, because I know I wasn't feeling the last leather one I got from Dossier. But I'm hoping like this one doesn't smell a lot of that, and that I don't smell lavender, because if you all don't know, I'm not a huge fan of lavender. Oh, it smells pretty nice. I definitely smell the pepper, the bergamot, and a little bit of the grapefruit. But I don't smell like the raw sugar and the vanilla and the leather and the tobacco or the clove. So, okay, let's rub this on my wrist real quick. Okay, so I still only smell the chocolate and the caramel. I don't really smell anything else when it comes to that fragrance, so I don't know if it's because of the measurements of the size that I got and the way they had to mix it, why I only smell those things, but that's all I smell. But I'm really liking the Rogue one. I can actually see myself getting a bigger size of the Rogue if it stays smelling the way it does now, because I really like the smell of that one. So far Rogue is winning for me, and that's the one I thought wasn't gonna win, so that's hilarious. If you like the smell of chocolate, then I feel like you really like the fighter one, but for right now that's all I really smell is like the chocolate and like the caramelized honey. I don't smell any vanilla, sandalwood, and the other stuff, but like I said, I'm gonna try to let it dry down while we're like, you know, when the eye look, and then I don't know. So I'll come back with an eye look for you all in a second. Be right back. Okay, so I tried to give you all Van Gogh Starry Nights with this eye, and I think we accomplished it. I think she looks cute or whatever. So I literally used every shade in the palette except this one to make the eye look we have. So I used 8 shades to make this eye. It's crazy, right? But you know, that's what I did, so there you go. Let me put my eyeshadow on everyone and let's get to it. But y'all, I had built a lot of fun playing with this palette. And I thought it was gonna be like another like blue monochromatic type moment, if you will, but she's actually giving a different twist on the blues, which I'm excited about, because y'all know I love blue eyeshadow, but I'm like, after a while, like, how many, you know, blue eyeshadow palettes do I need? And I think the element of the yellow is what's making it unique for me, as opposed to like a lot of other palettes I have that are literally just monochromatic like blue. So I'm impressed, and I'm still smelling the fragrance. I'm still liking the Rogue one the best. I'm starting with the shade, the yellow one called Spellbook. But yeah, I'm still liking the Rogue shade the best, because all I keep smelling is dark chocolate. I don't smell all the other notes that they say are in there. I literally just smell dark chocolate, and I gave it a little while to dry down, because it took me maybe probably like 5-10 minutes to do this eye, just because I had to figure out what I'm going to do. I'll show you the swatches on the back of my hand when we get to that point of where I'm supposed to, you know, be putting on the shimmer. So I want to show you what I use where or whatever. But yeah, like, I'm just kind of like, you know, it turned out really, really nice. Now I know some people want to go for the stark yellow at the top, but again, I want like the Starry Nights type vibe to it, so that's why I made sure I used the starkish like yellow, because I couldn't think anywhere else to use it, honestly, because I didn't want it in the crease, and I feel like it would be good for the transition shade for like the look I had in my mind, so that's why I put it where I'm putting it now, as you see. And then I had to go in with some more primer, because I had to cut it in order to get like the blue in the crease that you see, that like light blue you got going on. So I'm gonna cut it again. Now we cut it once. I usually don't do a whole bunch of cutting, but again, you know, I'm trying to give y'all some different looks every now and again instead of the same old. And I still use the same method, it's just I cut it so we can have a different shade, be more vibrant in the crease, as opposed to just, you know, you're not being as vibrant or not having a base to work it out. I'm sorry about the dogs outside. I didn't even know there were dogs around here. Now I'm going to take the powdery blue shade, because the other one I feel like it's like a grayish, really powdery white blue, and I feel like this is more like a blue that would work better for my skin tone, because as you saw, it oxidized to what you see in my crease now. So this one to me is definitely the better choice for me, especially because it's oxidized. I kind of wanted it to just stay as powdery blue it is, but at the same time, I'm feeling the vibes of the color that it changed to. So, you know, I'm not gonna complain. We're just gonna pat it in the crease, because that's literally what I did. I just patted. I didn't really try to blend it out too much, because I wanted it to have a lot of pigmentation, whether with the background or the white, if you will. I didn't try to do too much. So as you see, I'm blending it a little bit, but I tried not to do a whole lot of that, just because I was like, I didn't want to lose too much color. This is what we're working with today. So that's looking good. So what I did was I started with this dark purple shade at the back, and then after I put the shimmers all over the lid, then I put the telepathy toward the front. So I'm gonna start off with the deep purple, and then later on I'll go into the deep blue. But yeah, y'all, I'm still trying to get the membership together. I know I'm behind, but like I wanted to give y'all custom emojis instead of just, you know, generic emojis that you could use. So Adriangameover was supposed to be making those, and he's asleep right now, and he's not at his computer anyway where he can like do it. I already had the emojis in mind that I wanted. It was just more of, I feel like it's something simple he can like make instead of like going on Fiverr or something. So I'm like, I'll just go ahead and have him do it, because they suggest you have like Fiverr make them or whatever, but I was just sorry, find somebody on Fiverr to make them. But I'm like, my kid said he can make them, so you know, I'd rather put money in my kid's pocket. Not that I don't already give him allowance for chores, but I'm like, you know, if I can get my kid to do it, then I can, you know, teach him some responsibility about deadlines and like the business world, since he's going off to get a little internship this summer. Then, you know, he can practice now with his mom as his employer, and then, you know, you have somewhat of an idea how the real world works when it comes to like having to meet deadlines to do stuff like that. So that's mainly why I'm doing it, because it's like I could have easily already paid somebody on Fiverr, had them do it, and, you know, had it up. But I'm like, I want to teach him that, you know, if you're gonna be doing freelance work, like what it's gonna really entail, and what people's expectations are. I know this guy I work with, he was telling me about how this guy was being really unprofessional with him about what he was supposed to do for him, and he had to keep reaching out to the guy, and I kept telling him next week, and I'm like, you good, because he just had to run me my money back, and I went with my day, because it's like, no, I ain't got time for these games you playing, sir, because no. Okay, y'all, it's time to do the shimmers. Let me show you all the shimmers. So this one is the yellow one, Meteor Storm. And then this one is the one I thought was a holographic. It's called Gravity, I believe. It's hard to see from the angle I'm sitting at. Then I combined the blue and Gravity to get this, because I was initially going to have both these on the lid like that, but I just did the blue and then did this to bridge the silvery blue. That's called Conjure. And then this is the blue on its own, and then this is the other one on its own. I don't know why I swatched this one twice, but I did. So yeah, so this one is in the back. This one's going toward the middle. This one is going toward the front, and this one is our inner corner. Yeah, I feel it's important to teach the boy some responsibility, so that's why I'm like, I'm gonna let him do these. Cause originally I was gonna let one of my cousins do it too, cause he does stuff like that. He does like coding or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I was gonna let him, you know, do my things, but I was like, no, I'll just let my son do it. Ooh, yes, honey, look at that. It's giving I'm living, yes, and it has blue and purple shift to it too. I like that, yes. So far, this is what we're working with. I'm liking that. Then we're going to switch it over. And then we'll do gravity shade and just start marrying the two of these together. So. I just love the shift it gives when I turn my head. Y'all know I love having me a nice little duochrome, multi-chrome moment. And if you don't want to like buy them, you can just do it yourself. I always say that. Now we're going to take Conjuration, which is the blue. The icy is blue in the palette. And we're going to put these together too. So I'm just trying to blend everything together. So this will be working with. I need to put some more of that powdery blue into the crease because I feel it's getting a little off, and I want it to be clean because everything is starting to oxidize, of course. So just politely put it back where it can be seen. Weird thing is it's already fully oxidized over here, but it still doesn't oxidize on this side, so that's interesting to me. And I feel like the yellow has oxidized over here, but it's not oxidized over here, so I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's kind of weird. Like, why is it picking and choosing which side is going to oxidize on it, which one is not? I don't understand, but okay. So let's get into this inner quarter shade. So that's the shade Meteor Storm. That's where it's supposed to mainly go. Okay. Now we're going to shift it into telepath. Right in this area to kind of bridge the shades together. So I started off with like the super dark one, and then I went in with the blue one to kind of bridge the colors together. And get the transition together. I'm gonna do the eyeliner and the mascara off camera, obviously, but I just want y'all to see the full effect when I came on camera, which is why I, you know, did it before I started on this eye, so you get the full effect. But this is the finished eye look, so let's back her on up now. So I stand by what I said about the fragrances. If I had to pick one between the two I got, I picked the Robe one for sure. I just like the scent of this one a little bit better. It kind of gives me like lake and sky vibes. and this one gives me more like chocolate sweet vibes. So if you're more of a gourmand girl, you might like that one. I'm not necessarily a fan of dark chocolate though, which is why I'm not necessarily crazy about it, and like the Rogue one better. As far as the palette goes, it's top quality, of course, as always. The shimmers in here are giving, the mattes in here look nice. I made this stunning look. So those are pretty much my thoughts. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.